Kayaking comes from the Eskimos of the North Pole. The major difference between a regular boat and a kayak is that a kayak's hull is closed, except for the cockpit, and they have foot-driven rudders or skegs. Touring kayaks are mostly singles or doubles. A kayak paddle has a shaft and two blades, which makes it possible to alternatively paddle on both sides of the boat. To find your ideal blade size, stand the paddle next to you, put your arm up, and see if the tip reaches your distal phalanges. The paddle is held properly when the distance between each hand and the middle of the shaft is the same, and your elbows are bent at a 45-degree angle. Keep the distance between your hands and the blades while kayaking. The kayak is preferably brought to the water by the number of people who will be using it. This way, transporting the boat will be safer and easier. The kayak should be put on water, against stream and waves. You should start paddling against stream as well. Don't overload the boat, as it may become unstable. Remember that when selecting your crew and gear. Luggage is preferably anchored to the hull. Before entering the kayak, place your paddle across the boat on front of the cockpit. Grab the boat with one hand, carefully step into the middle, then take a seat. If it's a surf ski kayak, then first take a seat, and then pull your legs in. Meanwhile, start paddling. Adjust correct seating position for optimal weight distribution. If you have a footrest, set it so that your knees are slightly bent. When riding a double kayak, the front paddler takes both lead paddler and steersman positions. They dictate the pace and rhythm. When using a right-handed paddle, firmly grab the shaft with your right hand during strokes, and left the shaft turned in your left hand. Same applies to left-handed paddles in reverse. It's also important to engage both your arms and torso while paddling. Kayaks usually have built-in steering pedals, which you control with your feet, but of course you could also use your paddle. Rivers are crowded areas. Get familiar with local conditions, especially water traffic and conservation regulations before taking a trip. Never stay in water during a storm or thunderstorm. Dock your boat and pull it ashore. Nature will only stay beautiful if we take care of it. Do not litter. Never cross the ferry's path and pay attention to ferry ropes. If your boat tips over, don't panic. First, make sure you have everyone. Life-saving is your number one task. If you are no longer in danger, spin your boat back at the long axis with a firm gesture and swim to shore while holding onto your kayak. If possible, collect your luggage and put it in the boat. If you are on a surf ski and far from the beach, try to remount. You can either scoop the water from the boat or gently lift it up to pour it out. Just make sure not to break the hull or injure yourself while doing so. In drifts or strong wind, you should slowly approach the dock against stream. Put your paddle across the boat and exit while leaning on your seat. Spending time on the water is an unforgettable social experience that provides a special mood unique in the realm of recreational activities. Furthermore, it allows you to get familiar with the country's most beautiful and pristine natural landscapes. Book a free introductory lesson for you or your child now. Call us on +971 58 297 1632 and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Good paddling and have a nice trip.